Filling out the SAP Appeal Form, page 3, Part 1. When you finish Part 1, you can double-check it. Before you type anything in Part 2, the calculation at the end of the first row should match what you entered in current pace and cumulative GPA in Part 1. If the numbers do not match, check that you copied the right numbers from the Special Messages tab in Pipeline. A screenshot is shown of the current pace equals 50.6% and cumulative GPA equals 2.54 from Part 1. A screenshot is shown of the projected pace equals 50.6% and projected GPA equals 2.54 from Part 2. Filling out the SAP Appeal Form, page 3, Part 2. Use the information from your new SEP to start filling out Part 2 of the Academic Plan worksheet. First, click on the shaded arrow to the right of the box in the column labeled Term. Then pick the first semester from your SEP. You will pick the year in the next box. A screenshot of the term drop-down list in Part 2 is shown. Filling out the SAP Appeal Form, page 3, Part 2. To enter Fall 2015, you pick Fall from Term and 2015 from Year. A screenshot of Fall and 2015 selected under Term and Year in Part 2 is shown. Filling out the SAP Appeal Form, page 3, Part 2. When you met with an academic counselor to create your SEP, you decided on which classes to take. Type the number of units for the first semester on your SEP in the box under the column labeled Units per Term. Then pick SEP from the list in the column labeled Source. A screenshot of Units per Term and the source fields filled out is shown. Units is 12.0 and Source is SEP. Basic Skills or ESL units. Special rules apply to Basic Skills or ESL classes. Ask an academic counselor if you need assistance determining which classes are basic units or ESL. Financial aid staff will not be able to answer questions about Basic Skills or ESL units. Using the wrong information could affect your future eligibility for financial aid. If you take a 3-unit Basic Skills class and a 1-unit ESL class, enter 4 in the Basic Skills or ESL units box. Filling out the SAP Appeal Form, page 3, Part 2. Once you fill out the 5 fields on the first row, the form will calculate your projected pace and your projected GPA. Since the pace is 61.1%, you are not done. A screenshot of row 1 from Part 2 filled out is shown. A screenshot of calculations in row 1 is shown.